Hey YouTube, it's your girl Latrice. Welcome to my channel. Before we get in this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And as you tell by this title, I'm going to do a beginner's makeup tutorial. Now disclaimer, this is only like my 5th, 6th time doing makeup. I am not a pro and I'm still learning. So if you have any advice or if you see something that I did wrong during this video, comment down below and let me know. But that's not all we doing, y'all. That's not all we doing. I'm be telling a story time of how my family reacted me being pregnant. If y'all don't know, I am 33 weeks today. 33 weeks pregnant today, so I'm telling y'all how my family react. Yeah, I started off with my eyebrows. I just outlined them and I put my lashes on. So we're just gonna go from there, okay? Okay. So, also I got my makeup over here. So if I'm over here, most likely grabbing my makeup. But, let's start off when I first found out that I was pregnant. I'm also going to be looking in the camera because this is literally the only mirror I have. So, me finding out that I was pregnant, I was actually on my way home. I was in the lift on my way home. And sorry, trying to stay focused while I tell this story. Just filling them in. I was on my way home, and something told me, like, Latrice, take this test, take this test. And I don't know what just told me to take a test. Like, I was just like, the whole time, I kid y'all not, the whole time, while I was in the lift, I'm like, maybe I should take a test. Maybe I should take a test. Let me take a test when I get home. So, I got home. Yeah, I got home, right? And prior to that, me and my boyfriend been trying for, we started in March. I took the test June 14th, okay? So, we've been trying since March. And I got home, oh shit. I got home and took the test. Y'all, I took the test. Now, like I said before, we've been trying since March. So, me being me, I'm like, it's gonna come out negative. Like, we've been trying for a good little minute. I'm not pregnant, but I'm just gonna take this test, you know? Just because. Y'all, when I seen that test come out positive, baby, my heart literally dropped. Now, I made this plan to myself in my head, like, when I become pregnant, I'm gonna do this cute little thing. Like, I'm gonna, like, put it in a bag or, you know, do something cute just to tell my boyfriend that I'm pregnant. Y'all, as soon as I find out, I kid you not, I FaceTime him. Not even a second later, I FaceTime him. And I'm like, babe, hey, like, guess what? Like, you won't believe it. Like, boom, 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 you know? Like, he like, what? Like, what's wrong? Like, what happened? Sorry, y'all. Sorry. Not the best of makeup, just to let y'all know. But your girl be trying, okay? Your girl be trying. I be trying. I had to finish off camera, but where was I? Oh, he was like, what happened? What's wrong? So, mind you, we're on FaceTime. I flipped the camera and showed him that it was positive. Y'all, he was stuck. He didn't know what to do. Like, he was so shocked. Like, he couldn't believe that I was pregnant. Because, mind you, we've been trying since March. And it's June. So, he was shocked. Like, he really didn't know. He didn't know what to do. So, told him we was pregnant. He was shocked. He didn't know what to do. So, fast forward, life goes on. At this time, I'm working at Myers. And while I'm working at Myers, I really start feeling like, you know, the morning sickness and like not feeling so good all the time. So, but it only happened while I was at Myers. That's the crazy part. While I was working at Myers, every time I come in Myers, like I just feel really nauseous. Like I had headaches. Like, and if y'all know me, I don't like throwing up. That is like the worst thing. I hate throwing up. I hate it with a passion. So when I was pregnant, my first trimester, y'all, I was throwing up. I was throwing up. I kid y'all not, I was throwing up. So, me throwing up, and everybody thinking I got freaking COVID, and then eventually I had to tell my job, like, no, I don't have COVID. Like, I just found out that I was pregnant, so there's the symptoms or whatever. But let me tell y'all this one little thing that happened, okay? So I'm at Myers, and at the time, I was cash register. So I'm bagging out people. I'm bagging out people. Stuff or whatever. And y'all, I just had a wave of feeling nauseous. Like I was really sick, and I just wasn't feeling it. But me being me, I'm trying to, you know, keep going, cause I'm at work. So I kept going back in the lady's stuff, cashing her out, ringing her up, whatever. And y'all, we keep these a little garbage can under every register or whatever. So I been down hella quick. I kid y'all not, I been down so quick and threw up. I threw up right in front of the customer. And the lady was like, "She pregnant." She yelling talking about she pregnant. You need to go take a test. Mind you, this is a customer, not somebody I work with. Even though, like, she pregnant, she need to take a test. She over here throwing up, doo. Mind you, I have a customer, so I'm throwing up or whatever. Y'all, why did I get back up and start ringing her stuff again like nothing happened? I kid y'all not, this lady was looking at me like, what? She was looking at me like I was crazy. And I kid y'all not, I literally just got up and just kept going. Like literally nothing happened. So fast forward, whatever. I would say like a couple weeks later, I'm at work again. I'm at work. Sorry, I put a lot on my hand. Hold on, y'all. I did not mean to do that. I'm at work again. Like I said, it always happens while I'm at work. I'm at work. Now, at this time, the only people that do know that I am pregnant was me and my boyfriend. So, nobody knew. Nobody knew that I was pregnant. So, I go into work, do my usual, cash register, ring people, bag people, blase, blase. And girls, if y'all don't know, this might be a little bit TMI, but girls, if y'all know that monthly, sometimes y'all can feel it coming out. But me being pregnant, I'm like, you don't get your monthly when you're pregnant. So I feel a gush of something come out, right? So like 5-10 minutes later was my break. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna check it out when I go to my break. Y'all, I leave to get on my break or whatever. Y'all, the first thing I do is go to the bathroom, right? Y'all, I go to the bathroom and I kid you not, it was blood. It was blood. My panties was soaked. And I know that's probably a lot of information for some of y'all, but I'm just being real. My panties were soaked. So now, I'm scared. I'm scared. No, I'm sorry. At this time, it was me, my boyfriend, my little brother, and my older cousin that knew that I was pregnant. So I called my cousin up. And at this time, I'm emotional. I'm emotional at this point because I'm pregnant and I'm bleeding. Like, what's going on? I'm scared, So sorry, I'm just making sure all this is blended in. So I called my cousin up. I'm like I'm bleeding, like I don't know what to do, like blase blase. She like, so now she's scaring me. She's scaring me, y'all. She's scaring me. I'm already crying, emotional. Don't know what's going on. First time being pregnant. I'm scared. I'm bleeding. Like what's going on? So she like, she like, where you at? I'm like, I'm at work right now. She like, you need to leave work and you need to go to the hospital. Like, you need to get checked up on. And I'm like, y'all, I kid y'all not, she made me even more scared. And I'm like, okay. So now I'm trying to, oh shit, forgot I had these lashes on. Now I'm trying to calm myself down. So now I have to go all the way up to the front to where the bosses is, because they're usually around customer service, around that area. So I'm like, I tell one of my coworkers, well, she's a manager, but I tell one of my coworkers, I'm like, I need to go home. And she like, you need to talk to so and so. Their name's not important. She like, you need to talk to so and so is higher than what she was. So I'm like, okay. And she was just walking up, so I'm like, nah, I'm back crying. I'm like, I need to go home, like, I need to go to the hospital, like, I'm bleeding, like. At that point, everybody knew that I was pregnant because I was throwing up and all that, so I had to tell them that I was pregnant. So at that time, everybody knew I was pregnant. So I'm like, I need to go home, like, blase, blase. Y'all, tell me why she talk about, you want to go sit down in the office? Like, are you okay? I'm like, I need to go to the hospital. Like, I'm bleeding and I'm pregnant. Like, I need to check and see what's wrong. Like, what you talk about sitting in the office? What is that gonna do? So I'm like, I need to go to the hospital. She's like, okay, well, let me know what's going on. Like, I hope you feel better, blase, blase. So now at this point, I'm leaving my job, and I don't live far from my job, so I was walking, and I had called my stepdad, and I'm like, again, I'm crying again. I kid you not, I was so emotional because I was so scared, and I was so worried, and I didn't know what was going on. Like, I'm like, emotions everywhere, okay? Let's just say that. Emotions everywhere, and I was terrified. So I called my stepdad, and I'm like, I'm pregnant, and I need to go to the hospital. I need somebody to take me. Like, I'm bleeding, like, I don't know what's wrong. I'm scared, blase, blase. At this time, he was on his way home. He wasn't too far from the house. So he like, all right, I'll take you or whatever. And I'm like, okay. So I get to the house. He's already there. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. He's already at the house. And so I change my clothes. You know, I do a quick little 1, 2, 1, 2. And we're on the way to the hospital. Now, my stepdad is the type of person is going to give you a whole lecture, like a whole conversation. So he's sitting there talking while driving to the hospital. And I kid you not, the only thing I could think of was the baby. Like, is my child okay? Like, I was so scared, and I know, like, you shouldn't think bad when shit happening, but the only thing I was thinking about was a miscarriage. Like, I wasn't gonna, like, this baby is not gonna survive. Like, I was terrified. So, like, I was hearing him, but it was like nothing was processing at all. Like, I was just so scared for my child, you know? So, he like, you know you gotta tell your mom or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, I know, like, yeah, I'm gonna have to tell her, blase, blase. Y'all, why did he pull out his phone and call her at that moment? Like, he didn't give me no chance to be like, I'm gonna tell her after I find out what's going on. Like, he didn't give me no chance to do none of that. Like, I kid you not, he called her. But the type of person my mom is, she turned her phone off when she at work. So if you want to contact her, you have to call her job. So he was calling her phone and she wasn't answering because she's at work. So we finally get in touch with her or whatever. And I'm like, I didn't sugarcoat nothing. I didn't do none of that. It's like, at this point, I'm worried, I'm concerned. Like, I don't care who think what at this point. Like, I'm just worried for my child, you know? So, I'm like, Mom, I'm pregnant and I'm on the way to the hospital because I'm bleeding. Fast forward, I'm at the hospital, they check me up. And that's when I found out I was 7 weeks. I was 7 weeks. So I wasn't that far, but I was far enough, okay? And basically, I was low of something. If I remember, I'm gonna pop it up on the screen, like the word or whatever. But I was low of something, which was causing me to bleed. And he was like, you know, that's pretty normal if you low that type of stuff. And you know, if you have like a pad worth of blood, then you need to come back, and that might be a sign of miscarriage or whatever. So I'm like, okay. They give me some pills, you know, some medicine to boost my stuff up or whatever. And that was about it. That was it. So fast forward. At this point, my mom knows, my stepdad knows, my little brother knows, of course my boyfriend knows, my cousin knows. So everybody, pretty much everybody knows. When I told my cousin, she was actually shocked. She was shocked, but she was excited. And the first thing she said, team boy, we're gonna have a boy, birthday. And I'm like, you know, we're having a girl, like, it is what it is. You're gonna be really upset when we find out the gender, because it's definitely a girl. I really thought. But, no. Yeah, she was shocked. She was excited. Like, I'm like, okay. So, at this time, everybody knows. I told my brother, my oldest brother, he's older than me. I told my oldest brother, and his reaction was, he was disappointed. Honestly, I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing. He was disappointed. That's something he didn't want to see in his little sister, I suppose, because he already have two kids. And his first child, I think he was like 17, 18. But I'm past that. Okay? I was 19. I was 19 when I found out I was pregnant. So I waited a long time. I waited more than, you know, longer than half of the generation now. So I thought 19 was a good, reasonable time to get pregnant. So he was disappointed a little bit, but, you know, the support was definitely still there. the support was definitely still there. Yo, my eyes watering. Yeah, the support was definitely still there. God damn it. He was just a little disappointed in his sister. Blase, whatever the case may be. So, fast forward. Now I tell my uncle. I tell my uncle and my auntie. My auntie was really excited. My uncle, I think that was the most reaction that I got. Cause he was like, no, like, you still my little niece, like, you still my little princess, blase, blase. So, he wasn't like, he was mad. He was mad, but he was excited. If that makes sense. Like, he still supported me, and he still was, you know, he was like, well, at least you 19, at least you waited this long, you know, to have a baby, because, you know, most people are way younger. And then my family, my mom had her first kid young. My brother had his first kid young. 19, don't get me wrong, 19 is young, but it wasn't as young than other people in my family. So that was that. But overall, everybody accepted it. Everybody took it better than I expected. Way better than I expected, because my family is the type to be dramatic, real dramatic. Very much dramatic, honestly. So they took it way better than I expected. So shout out to them. Shout out to them, because they really took it. Now, the only person that I wasn't able to tell, that found out through another family member, was my grandma. At that time, my grandma was going through health issues, so she was in the hospital for a little while, and I wasn't able to never get the chance to tell her. My auntie was upset about something, and she ended up telling her, which my grandma took it very good. She was very excited. She wanted to know the gender, like, she wanted to know everything, like, and at that point, I wasn't that far along, so I didn't know the gender or whatever. But my grandma took it really, really well. I just wish that I was the one to tell her. But, you know, you got that one family member. Everybody had that one family member, honestly. So, that was that. But, overall, my family took it amazing. Now, as far as his family, his side of his family, my boyfriend, they was excited. They was really excited. His sister had bought some baby clothes as soon as she found out the gender, she was shopping. So, and my mom had, she was shopping. She had bought like some bibs and like some little footies. It was like a whole little set. And that's before she knew the gender. So she had got the gender neutral colors, you know, or whatever. So overall, both sides was very, very much excited. So that was that, and I was extremely thankful for that, because me being 19, first pregnancy, you know, I'm gonna need that support. You know, every young person is gonna need that support from especially from their family. So when I really felt the most biggest support, and I was so thankful and I was so grateful, because I didn't know what I would do if my family would have reacted a different way, you know? So I was extremely thankful for that. Extremely thankful for that. But yeah, that's how my family reacted. That's how his family reacted. And that was a story time and a story time. But I'm having a boy. I am having a boy. We was really, really excited when we found out. The same day, right after our appointment, like we was still at the place. We was still at the place, and like we was sending the ultrasound pictures to everybody. We was posting it. Like we was extremely excited. Y'all, this is the final touch of the makeup. Let me know what y'all think and what I should work on more. Comment down below. But this is the baby boy. This is baby boy. And most people say that I'm very, very tiny to be 33 weeks. But that's our little bundle of joy. So, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what I should do next. Bye.